Hi everybody, it's Dusty again, and welcome back to my Becoming a Lolita series. You may notice today we are in a new area. I really like the lighting in the last one with the posters up, but unfortunately when I listened to the audio, it was super echoey. I didn't like it, so I'm hoping things work out a little better in here. If so, I may put up more than just these stars. I think I like them. If they're distracting, let me know. I just thought they were super cute. I also noticed in the last video, I'm doing it now, is I'm slouching a lot, which is a very bad habit that I know I have. So I'm going to work on that to make sure I am standing tall. And actually, it is something that in every photo shoot I do with my friend, in between every five or so photos, she has to be like, stand up straight. Which actually brings us to today's topic. Only been working on that segue for like 2 weeks. Cosplay, which is my other very expensive, very time-consuming hobby that I love 100%, except for sewing and making and doing everything and wearing it. Just kidding. I do want to reiterate again that while cosplay will appear here, cosplay is cosplay and Lolita fashion is a fashion. That is not a costume, they're not overlaying. I may wear Lolita to conventions, but it's not the same thing. They're just two very important, well, one is a very important part of my life, the other one will probably become that eventually. We'll see. So, I started cosplay about 6 years ago. Someone recently asked me this, so I have the proper time frame. It was after, actually, the first Avengers movie came out, weirdly enough. I remember this. I've always really loved Loki in comic books. I've collected them forever. I have a lot of Loki items. And then I liked him in Thor. He was interesting, well done. Tom Hiddleston did a great job, but, you know, that was about it. And then the Avengers came out, and I was like, holy crap, I love this character. I love his costume. I want to cosplay this, because I'd seen cosplay online and been to several conventions before. I'd just never done it. So I was like, I want to cosplay this. And then I gave myself a bit of a reality check. I went, Justine, you've had, you know, 3 basic sewing classes in high school. You have never made a full costume. You don't know how to make half of this stuff. And you've never worked with something like leather. Like, if you do this, it's either not going to get finished, or when it's finished, it's not going to be something that is a quality you're going to be really happy with as you move forward, right? So, I was like, smart Justine, that's very true, very true. And I instead decided to do, boom, Lady Loki, who is a fascinating character, and I love that Loki is very fluid like that, so I did her instead. So, looking back, Lady Loki's actually, I'm still pretty proud of her. Had some pretty glaring flaws, but as far as first cosplays go, I think I actually did pretty well. The biggest problems was I used a costume store very cheap wig, which immediately like frizzed up at the bottom. It was impossible to brush out. It just didn't look great. And then the other huge problem was the horns. I cut up a styrofoam circle. So they faced the wrong way, and I didn't cover them with anything when I spray painted them, so it just went into the holes and they looked super damaged. And then like the worst part of all was I stuck them on a like costume mask strip, plastic strip, and to get them to stay to that, I had to screw from the bottom into the horns, which means I had 6 screws digging into my forehead every time I wore this outfit. I had massive headaches. It was just not a good time. Otherwise, I loved it. It was a lot of fun to wear other than the pain. People always were petting my fur cloak. And for a while, every time someone wanted a photo, instructed that they had to kneel before Loki first and let me take a photo of that, which, like, a surprising amount of people did. I have a photo of, like, an entire group of people who were just like, yeah, let's do this, and that was a good time. Conventions were different then. Not always for the best. So, after that, I did a few smaller ones that I didn't have to sew as much, because Loki was quite difficult for me. The parts that I sewed. So I did the main character from Harvest Moon. A lot of people say his name's Jack. I never really gave him a name because, I mean, every time you play you have a different name. I did a couple small ones to match with Friends from Sherlock back when that was really big. That was interesting. So I've done a lot of, like, I do a lot of male and female costumes. I don't really think the gender so much matters as long as it's something that I can kind of emulate. Like, I would never pull off a big, muscular weightlifter, like, I can't think of anybody right now, but that sort of person, no. You know, like a young 12-year-old, whatever looking dude, I got that down. No problem. So, my latest costume that I have finished and worn out was actually Nick from Zootopia. So he was awesome. I wore him down to San Diego Comic-Con. People loved us. It was so nice to see how excited the kids were to see Zootopia. And down there we actually got to meet the voice actor for Flash while we were in the outfits. It was so cool. I love him. I follow him on Instagram now. He's an amazing person. Just fantastic. So that was a really good experience. I don't know if I'll ever go to San Diego Comic-Con again. We'll see. Maybe. Who knows? I've also done Capable from Mad Max. I've done a version of Harley Quinn. And I love Harley Quinn. I want to do more of her. I have done Natasha Romanoff. I have a big wide range of stuff. I'm already working on stuff for this year. I'm not going to say what it is. It's a surprise. It's going to be fun, hopefully. One, I just need to get the wig done and I can go do a photo shoot. The other, I'm starting brand new today, so that's awesome. And I just have to stick to it. I often get very like, I don't want to sew, I don't want to do this, ugh. And then I kind of let things go for a long time. But me and my friend Steph, who does my photo shoots, are meeting up pretty much every weekend to sew together because we keep each other motivated. So hopefully I'll get a lot more done this year, and do a lot more photo shoots, which maybe I'll do some behind the scenes of, because trust me, they're really funny when you have to listen to her yell at me not to look bored and to stand up straight like 50 times. And I make the dumbest faces sometimes. Like, I'll be super stern and cool looking in one, and then she says I look like a turtle in others. It's a mess, but a good time. So that's pretty much an introduction to my cosplay. If you want to see photos or keep up to date with that, the link for my cosplay Facebook page is in the description, as well as my Instagram. Now my Instagram will also probably have Lolita photos as well as a whole bunch of other stuff, whereas my Facebook is just gonna cosplay. That's it. Nothing else. So you can pick what you want, or neither. If you don't like either, that's fine. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. But yeah, those are there for you. So, thank you again for watching this video. Leave me a comment about what you cosplay if you do, or what you think would make a great costume, because I love suggestions. Sometimes people think of things that I don't. So, I hope to see you all again in my next video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!